Good to have you back on the morning show here on Arise News. Running an effective logistics and procurement system is a competitive economy. In a competitive economy seems to be the biggest challenge to operators in that space, especially in Nigeria, where ability to plan has been short-circuited to a large extent by situational uncertainties. How can logistics firms operate in line with global best practices, even when surrounded by these operational challenges? Joining us now to have a crack at that question and a lot more is Arno Merwe, who's the Chief Executive Officer of TY Logistics Park FZE. Good morning, Arno. Good to have you join us on the morning show today.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be on the show.
I mean, it's right down your alley, matters of logistics. It's a word that many people tend to misuse because of the, broadness that it carries. Correct. But then how does it work, given, TY Logistics, particularly in the free zone where you operate? What does it entail, and how can you get that cracking, as a top-notch, well-standardized company?
Excellent. Well, thank you for having me on the show. I think I'd start maybe just deep diving a bit into the challenges we're facing within the market. So the issues we're having in the Nigerian market as well as in West Africa is not new. It's systemic. We have underinvestment on infrastructure. We've got fragmented customs processes, and we have limited intermodal connections where it comes from port to rail to road. And in itself, it's been reported that company losses incur about $1.7 billion in company losses due to these port inefficiencies. That's about 1% of the country's GDP. So, and also according to the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, it's, been a big ongoing issue. And, a typical logistician will tell you, if you keep on doing the same thing, you'll keep on getting the same results. But within that, that's where we find an absolute opportunity to start something, and we think the beginning of the solution starts with complete integration. This is combining the old traditional clearing and forwarding together with inventory contract logistics, together with route-to-market solutions, where we then incorporate this with the free zone operations, and then also added the logistical systems-driven environment to this. We call this a sustainable platform. We call it an ecosystem. And what this basically does, it puts us in a position to enable clients to enable trade, export and imports within the market, improving the turnaround time of port efficiencies. I mean, we know that one of the biggest delays right now in the country is, port access, port moving containers getting to use in and out of the country. It takes 18 to 21 days. Within our system and within our asset-owned environment that we've created, and we've spent a few years looking at the design, deciding strategically where we will be located, we are able to clear those containers within 5 to 6 days. This obviously in turn improves efficiencies. It enables clients to plan better with their stock movements, their demand forecasting. It doesn't sit in terms of tied up capital, and you get customers to be competitive within the industry, because the longer they wait, the longer the delays, the uncertainties of these delays create a level of uncompetitiveness and increased costs within the industry as well.
And how does it work in terms of how you operate across the country? Are your operations mostly focused in Lagos and Abuja, or how do you operate in terms of just rural areas versus city, urban? How does that work?
Great question. So what we're trying to do is we are trying to service the Nigerian market as well as the regional market. So strategically, we've positioned ourselves within the Lekki free zone, which is basically will be the new, I'm sure you guys know about the new international airport coming up from the Lekki International Airport, that we will be 10 minutes away from that airport. We're also 12 minutes away from the Lekki free zone, the ports, and we'll also be 40 minutes away with the infrastructure change we're happening from Lagos. So apart from just servicing the region or the Lagos market, we're also looking at regional distribution. So this would become something that we want to enable corridor trade within West Africa. I mean, the market is immense. We're looking at roughly there's about 460 million people within West Africa, and we know the biggest consumer market sits within Nigeria. So our strategy is to bring that global standards to Nigeria and make this the preferred corridor for business within West Africa.
I mean, you operate right from Malaro City, isn't it?
Correct.
Absolutely. I mean, that's a lot of people will say that those areas are like new Lagos, even the free zone, part of it. What is your assessment of the sort of development that is happening around that corridor? One, you mentioned the airport that is coming, the deep, seaport. But then secondly, and also more importantly, will be, how do you think that logistics companies like yours can play a role in the challenges, I wouldn't want to say the mess, that our ports, particularly in Lagos, are experiencing. You know, the traffic, the heavy, you know, duty things. You know, what sort of role do you think that they can play if they know that you're doing well in free zone area?
I think there's a few critical components, and I think it starts with the partnerships with customers, you know, creating the sense of security that we are here to stay. First of all, the Tiwa Logistics Park FZE is a local business. It's a Nigerian story. It's a success story that we pride ourselves in, and this is why we are telling the market that we're here to stay. You know, a lot of logistics is also about sustainability. It's about reliability, and we own the assets. We also scoped with our solutions engineers the facility in such a way to be able to accommodate the diverse challenges we're having in the economy, and that also enables our customers to do growth as we are trying to build their market together with their market share within the industry. I just want to hammer on the actual free zone benefits, because I don't think a lot of people understand the benefits of being able to operate within the free zone. Now, you know, traditionally, the traditional way of doing logistics was, you know, the shipments would be coming into country, there'll be duties to be paid. Now, what we are doing right now is we are offering a free zone non-duty area, so you can keep your stock in the free zone indefinitely without having to pay the duties.
Indefinitely.
And indefinitely. And the only time that actual duty gets triggered is on a consignment basis. So that also enables our customers, you know, with cash flow. Apart from that, you know, it also enables customers to have zero corporate taxes, you know, from an income perspective within the free zone. There's zero withholding taxes, you know, on any cost purchases made within country. On investments and duties, and then also, you know, also 100% ownership of their businesses within the country, and also 100% repatriation of their foreign capital moving countries. All these benefits really is encouraging not just the local but also the international market to come back to Nigeria and make this the corridor of preference.
And in terms of, you know, when we think about businesses today, so many of them are adopting technology, new technologies, artificial intelligence. I know that infrastructure-wise, Nigeria probably isn't there yet to be as innovative as you may want to be, or maybe it is, you can enlighten us, but how are you kind of thinking about technology and making this a modern logistics business despite the environment that you're in?
Great question. So we have a complete system-driven run environment on the logistics park. So logistics park is basically 100,000 square meters, and we've developed grade A facilities. It's not just the systems, but we call it the African pot. It's the people together with the systems, with the design and the layout. So the system offers us real-time data, end-to-end visibility, which offers customers the necessary data to create information, one, to learn more about the challenges in the market, but also how to grow their market share. And as we develop, I mean, the infrastructure is coming up. We know about the airports, we know about, you know, the infrastructure on the road, dual carriageways coming up. It also gives customers the ability to change and adapt to certain challenges we're having in the market, because I think the modern day era understands the actual value of the logistics and the enabler to grow your business based on logistics. I mean, no international commodity can move without, you know, sustainable, reliable and system-driven logistics. So what we do is we provide complete end-to-end visibility to clients, you know, where it comes to their product, their market, and also giving them the necessary analytics, you know, to make the right informed decisions about where to go to, you know, what is the preference of choice in certain areas, certain regions, according to products, according to expired stock, you know, what's recall scenarios in certain, you know, parts of the world and certain parts of the country. And also enables customers to just manage their inventory better, you know, and that visibility goes a far mile. I mean, we've been having customers already. We're only launching the product on Monday, on the 8th of December, so we'll do the official launch on Monday, but we've already engaged customers, we've already got customers on board, and I think for them it's difficult to understand that we don't expect customers to come within the logistics park. Everything is system driven. They get their reports, they get their data, they can have a cup of coffee, they can send a request on email, everything gets done in the back end. So what we're trying to do is trying to create a value system where it's an end-to-end solution. So we try to partner with customers dealing from the ports, do the clearing and the forwarding, handle all the actual contract logistics part of it, and then doing the route to market solutions. You know, so that really becomes where we see ourselves a long-term strategic partner for clients in the market.
All right, before we let you go, you mentioned the Nigerian identity of TY Logistics.
Yes.
And of course, many people would know that TY Logistics is part of a solid group,
Yes.
traceable to a very solid Nigerian. It's quite big in the business world. But then tell me, what is clientele like? You're launching something on Monday, for example. What is clientele like? And then what is competition like in logistics, worldview?
Good question. So our clientele really is, we pride ourselves in being a multi-user, multi-sector business. So we touch anything within the market, from tech to fashion to agriculture to chemicals, and we build different solutions tailor-made to different clients. So we basically are not just selling, space in a vehicle, space in a facility. We're not giving you dedicated space in a warehouse. We are tailor-making your solutions. We're very flexible around our pricing as well. So this really offers a bigger market to come with issues, and we help them dissolve those issues to build a product. And I've got the philosophy with my team as well. It doesn't matter where it's a client, having 10 pallets in the warehouse or 1,000 pallets in the warehouse, they all get treated the same way. And that, I think, is something that's been missing in the country for a very long time, especially around logistics and that service. So according to our competition, I do want to say I don't think there's anybody that could scale. And I know there's logistic companies in the industry. I know the competition is there, but we are very unique in terms of we are operating within a free zone. We are the first grade A facilities within Nigeria. We are a complete systems-driven environment, and everything is pegged around a digitalized hub. So all of those elements compounded together makes us fairly unique within the industry.
Fantastic. Arno van der Merwe, CEO TY Logistics. We want to thank you for joining us on the Morning Show.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.